Welcome back to a third episode of this wonderful visual novel. As in the last episode, Sarah collapsed almost, and we've had to take care of her. And it seems Kotaha here, our cute little friend, is a little bit jealous. It is sort of boring, but I'd be more bored if you weren't here with me, so thank you. Well, I mean, when you put it that way, it's my pleasure. Oh, man, she's so cute. Man, these two shipping. I'm shipping them out the ass right now. Ooh. Hey, Erica, do you want to leave? It's okay, don't worry about it. I appreciate that you stayed as long as you did. Not that. Oh? Well. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're the real MVP, Koda! How would you feel if I told you that I liked you? Happy, of course. I like you too, Kotaha. That isn't what I meant. I really like you. Oh my god. She just confessed to Erica. This is amazing. Gotta love that Yuri ship just heading way out. Ooh, the sails are raised. That ship is sailing. No, I'm just trying to tone it down for the sake of my own embarrassment. I'm in love with you, Erica. Yo, that's crazy. 9 days, man. I do this shit in record time. Not really, but still. The former captain was filled with many confusing, tem- tempestuous emotions. So many, in fact, that she could not discern them. After a pause, Kota opened her mouth to speak again. I'm like, sorry. You don't have to say anything about it right now. I'm sure it's too soon for you to feel anything like that towards me, so. I see. So that's how it was. Still, you can't act jealous like this. The three of us have to cohabitate together for the rest of our lives, nonetheless. That young woman looked at Erica with large eyes, as if she had come to a conclusion. Okay. Without another word, she skipped out the door. Did she know that I like her back? Did she really get that from what I just said? I doubt it. I didn't even realize you had more perceptive than I thought. Sarah tossed and turned on her bed before she opened her eyes and settled on facing Erica. Was Kota here earlier, or did I imagine it? Ah, yes, she was here. She left about an hour ago, though. Geez, guess my perception of time is going. I must be getting old. Still, guess the kid isn't ready to handle any real sort of responsibility yet. We were both like that at her age. I think she's doing quite well considering. Ah, well, whatever. I can't blame her for it. I really hope it was just the stress that got to her. If not, I'll really be in for it if I get sick too. I hate colds. Me too. Although she already knew that Sarah would likely be fine, Erica knocked on her companion's door. Without missing a beat, Sarah popped her head out of her room. I had a feeling you'd come visit me this morning. Good morning, Erica. Thank you for yesterday. Sarah, I'm glad to see that you're doing better. Is your fever completely gone? Ah, yes, it is. I'm sure I'd still have it now if it weren't for you, though. I promise you, I'm fine. Nothing to worry today. All right. Just making sure. Are you coming to the dining area? Not straight away. I want to shower first. You go ahead. See you later, then. See you. Thanks again. Kota! As the doors to the dining hall slid open, the former captain stepped inside. Kotoa jumped in fright. In fear, the mechanic's grip on the kettle she had been holding failed, and she doused herself with freshly heated water. No, Kota! I know you have resistance to heat, but still. Kya! Kota, are you okay? Does it hurt? Quickly, take your clothes off. I'm I'm like fine actually. It doesn't hurt at all. I was just surprised. But if you still want me to take my clothes off, I don't mind. Ellipses. You're so silly. I nearly had a heart attack. Still, you should change though. Walking around in wet clothes would be uncomfortable at the very least. I guess so. I'll just dirty these ones. Or dry these ones. All better. Man, her closet is just... Much to the young woman's pleasure, upon her return, she found a spread of marvelous breakfast foods awaiting her. Wow, did you make all this in the time I was gone? It was only 10 minutes. Indeed, I did. There isn't anything complex or anything, just your basics. Come, sit with me before it all gets cold. You don't have to tell me twice. Dang, that was totes good. Ellipses. Are you sure you're okay? No burns anywhere, or even minor ones? Yeah, I'm totally fine. I'm glad you're worried about me, though. Oh, speaking of, is it alright if I asked you more about the blossoms now? Sure, go right ahead. Right. So you explained what I am, but what about Sarah and yourself and the other types? May as well just jump in. Sarah is a blue rose. Unlike other types, they aren't really built to be durable. Instead, they are able to regulate the emotions of those around them via pheromones. For instance, if she's happy, the emotion will spread to us, or if she's angry or depressed, that will also spread to us. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. That said, it does take time for the emotions to set in, so it isn't like we instantly get depressed or anything. It would slowly set in within a period of 5 or so minutes. No wonder you two got in arguments so often before. Indeed, there was no getting around it. However, she's stabilized mentally. I don't believe there should be a problem any longer. That's good. Continuing, their creation actually wasn't intentional, but they continue making blue roses after they realize how useful they can be in maintaining the status quo. In that sense, since they can be an asset, they could, in theory, stop riots or rebellions simply by quelling the negative emotion of those afflicted. Of course, the opposite is also possible, however unlikely. Yeah, that would be nice if she shot some happy into me when I'm feeling down. That would most definitely be useful. Have you been feeling down? I wasn't. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm fine now. Please go on. All right, as long as you're sure. Kotaha nodded her head. The next and final type is the water lily. They can retain water in their bodies much longer than a regular person. They're also much more efficient in processing it. They can comfortably go around 2 weeks without any water. Comfortably? So they can live longer than that? That's right. They can survive roughly 3 weeks without water. Geez. Hey, wait, didn't you say there were more types of blossoms than there are on the ship? If that's at the least correct, I am not a water lily. Then, what are you then? A desert bloom too? No, nor am I a blue rose. I don't get it. I'm something else altogether, though I am still considered a blossom. Huh? Sorry, I don't know if I want to say anything else. I don't want you to think I'm a monster. What are you talking about? Of course I won't think you're a monster. Even if I did, it wouldn't matter because apparently I'm one too. Should I say you're... What am I saying you're right to? I'm not saying you're right, we're both monsters. I want to go with the one where I just tell her. I suppose you're right. I'm just being insecure. I just feel plain silly now. Like, it's nothing to get embarrassed over. We all have our moments of weakness, you know. That is indeed reassuring to hear. Thank you, Kotoha. You're so darned welcome, so come on, tell me. I'm still nervous about it, but if you insist, I am a chimera. Well, in more ways than one. It isn't an official blossom type or anything like that either. The gist of it is that I have the attributes of every different blossom type. Kotoha's eyes grew wide. See, I'm a monster, aren't I? What? Like, no, not at all, silly. That's really cool and useful too. Hey, even if Sarah and I died, you can live for ages on your own. Erica's face dropped at the thought. Oh God, please no. You know, yesterday I finished Doki Doki, and I'm still like, I don't want that to happen. Let's not. I was hoping that this one would be one without death, and so let's not. Oh, like sorry, that just like came up wrong. It would be lonely, wouldn't it? Exactly. Ellipses. Well, why don't we stop here for now? Like, probably for the best. I don't want to keep saying the wrong things and upsetting you. The mechanic frowned as she replayed the event in her mind. The three passengers of the Blossom sat in Kotoha's room. Every so often, each of them would yell out a battle cry towards the television, a raised fist oft-times aloud. That damn ogre got me again. A single hit, and he brings my health down 700 points. How am I supposed to survive his attacks? Fear not, Erica. I'll revive you on the next turn. Hold tight. I'll avenge you. Wait, I haven't stolen from this boss yet. He has two unique weapons up for grabs. Can't pass this up. I'll avenge you next time. Thanks. I've been forsaken for two grumpy pieces of equipment. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. I'm saying all the wrong things today, aren't I? I need to keep my mouth shut. Fuck. All the save slots. Focus on killing the boss. God, forget it. We need to take this bastard down. Whoa. I second that. Whoa. What's wrong? You swore. It just sounds wrong when it comes from you. Yeah, you're my sweet, gentle Erica. Why are you giving such vicious words all of a sudden? You guys are blowing it out of proportion. But seriously, can we kill this guy off already? I want to exact my revenge. Oh, you're so cute when you're angry. What the hell? You guys, you're acting so close, almost like you're a couple. Hmm. Man, Sarah's catching on real fast. Ah, it reminds me of when I was started dating my fiance. Though she seemed happy enough, there was a small crack in Sarah's smile as she reminisced. Oh, I'm sorry. Really, I've never dated or dealt with romance before. Are you serious? I have so much to teach you. What? Don't tell me you two are actually an item. I was just kidding around. Erica turned away from both of her friends and tried to hide her face. It may be something like that. Maybe, in a way. Well, now that I think about it, I suppose you two would make a cute couple. At least Sarah isn't super jealous or anything, so that's good. As if she were trying to force her emotions back down, Sarah closed her eyes for several seconds. It reminds me of the time I tried dating a girl. Eh? You did? You talk about your fiance so much, I didn't even realize you were interested in women too. So what happened? We broke up when she had to move away with her family. We were pretty young at the time, just teenagers. I see. Fascinating. I never had the time to think about romantic relationships, much less wonder about sexuality. I wasn't aware there were people who were attracted to both. Sure there are. Like, what about you, Kotoa? Do you like men too? Have you dated much? Like, I did try dating men in high school, but it really wasn't my thing. I mean, I had a few relationships with girls too, but it was never anything serious. Uh, Still, you had more experience than I. I'm not sure, like, that's anything particularly worth bragging about. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night. You two finish off the battle by yourselves. Like you bet your ass. Good night then. Sleep well. You too. Hmm. She was upset, wasn't she? Yeah. I think maybe she took it a little too well. She was probably finding some interest in Erica as well. Most likely. Rest assured it wasn't your fault, though. At least there's that. I learned a lot today, didn't I? If I'd been around normal people more often, perhaps I'd thought more about romance. Not that the lab would ever have allowed me to date, but still. Either way, I'm tired. No point dwelling on it. There was a knock outside Erica's door. Had the knock outside Erica's door had woken her up. She pulled the blankets off of her body and stood up to greet her guest. Come in. In stepped Kotoha, and she saw the practically nude sight laid before her. Her cheeks grew bright red. Ack! You're like naked! She's wearing clothes. Look. Bra and panties. Huh? Oh, no, I'm just in my underwear. Perhaps the lighting is deceiving. Like, no, that's like not what I meant. Is there like something wrong with this then? I could have gotten dressed first, but oh, is there something wrong with this then? I could have gotten dressed first, but I didn't want to make you wait. I'm like, well, no, it's just shocking. But like, what if I did lewd things to you before you dressed like that? Because you're dressed like that, I could reach up and cup your boobs. Why are you going to? Like, no. Then I don't see the issue. Like, got me there. Nonetheless, the former captain quickly pulled her outfit on, despite her claim of no perverted intentions. Kotoha early watched the whole time. Her face much resembled that of a hungry pig. Jesus. Oh, what's going on? Actually, like, I was wondering if you wanted to go on a date. What? Erica's heart began to beat a million times an hour inside her chest once she was able to compute Kotoha's words. You want to go on a date? With who, me? Like, who else is there? Sarah? I only like you. If you don't want to, it's. No, of course I do. I'm just really nervous. Really, really nervous. It's like, okay, don't worry about it. I've already have everything planned out. No need to be nervous. Somehow it makes me feel even more nervous. I'll follow your lead then, I suppose. I'll come back. Uh, I'll come back at like noon to pick you up. Make sure you don't eat lunch. All right, I'll see you later. Ah, hello, Sarah. Up early, I see. Yeah, my back was a little sore from last night. I couldn't stay in bed any longer. Sarah rapidly blinked twice as she processed the look on her controversial partner's face. Hey, what's with that look? It's kind of disturbing, like a lovesick little puppy. Oh, well, Kotaha and I are going on a date later, apparently. A date? On a spaceship with only 3 people? Hope you didn't expect me to be your bartender. She said she already has it planned out. I honestly don't think there's a bartender involved. It was a joke. You're in a really weird mood, aren't you? Either way, I hope you two enjoy yourselves. Oh, lighten up. I'm getting stressed out just by looking at you. Sorry. At 1300 hours, Kotaha finally returned to pick up her date. Like, ready to go? I guess so. My legs feel weak just thinking about it, but I still have to do this. Like, follow me. The energetic young woman reached out and took her date by the hand. God, this is so cute. There's only 3 people on this ship, and they're going on a date. The room was filled with an aroma of freshly cooked meal, and the mood was set by dimmed lighting and quiet but audible music. So, like, what'd you think? Wow, you really put a lot of effort into this, didn't you? She cooked. Like, I feel like these are both compliments, right? The atmosphere is fantastic, and she cooked. That's amazing. I was sure that you couldn't even cook, too. I can't believe you cooked for me. I'm so impressed. Like, really? That's the part that stood out most? Oh, shit. You know what? I'm going back. Yeah. I want it to be a positive. I'm trying to go down Erica's route here. Like the atmosphere in here is like fantastic, sublime even. The music is beautiful and is set to the perfect volume. And it's like really the lighting really finishes it up. Like wow, you like you could become one of those professional wine tasters. I feel so complimented. Ah, you should. As far as wine goes, though, I can't say I'm a big fan. Like, wait, seriously? I imagined you sitting down, your legs crossed, while you sip a fancy glass of red wine. To be honest, I kind of agree with that statement. She just seems like the perfect type to do that. Huh? What were you imagining that for? Oh, well, it was nothing. What was she gonna say? A sexy dream of mine or something? If you say so. Like, anyway, why don't we start eating before it gets cold? Agreed. That was delicious, definitely on par with my own cooking. Right? I mean, I still hate the process of cooking. It's such a pain in the ass, but still, probably not something I should admit. Whoops. It's okay. I honestly do enjoy cooking for you. Well, thank goodness for that. Anyway, like, ready for our next stop? Oh, there's more? All right. Pfft, just a lunch date would have been lame. Old people stuff. Fair enough. I take it we're gonna watch a movie? Yep, it's a date essential. But I couldn't decide on which movie to watch, so I figured it would have kind of been dicky if I chose one for you. So here are your options. Koda picked up several DVDs from the table and presented them to Erica. Are you sure this one's supposed to be in there? I could be wrong, but the title and cover make it look like she flipped around one of the cases and pointed out to Kotoha. Ah! No, like, whoops. She grabbed the case and flung it across the room, and it hit the wall with a cracking sound. Yeah, that's what I thought. How about this one? Like, that sounds good. Halfway through the movie, Sarah entered the lounge. Oh, sorry, you two. I forgot about your date. Like, no problem. Just looking at you two. A short pause. Her face dropped. It reminds me of him. I apologize. I'll be going now. I'm sorry. I couldn't like focus on the movie after Sarah dropped in. I feel so guilty. Me too. I guess it was a wash in the end. I just wasted your. Oh, I guess I just wasted your time. Not at all. Don't say that. I honestly did have a lot of fun. Plus, it was a new experience for me. Actually, I didn't even think I'd ever go on a date. Like, really? I'm so glad to hear that. I just wish the last part hadn't happened. I know how you feel. Still, I'm glad you asked me out. Thank you for everything, Kotoha. Like, of course. Let's walk back together. Yeah, I do feel bad for Sarah, but I can't help but wish she hadn't ruined the date. No use crying over spilled milk, though. I mean, fair, but ellipses. How didn't I realize it? While Kotoha and I were off having fun together, we abandoned Sarah. And when she saw us together, she was reminding me of her lover that she'll never see again. God, man, I'm just having like this isn't like a dark game, right? Please. How very cruel of us. We let her walk away and wallow in grief rather than confronting her. I'm sure Sarah has been trying her hardest to conceal her sadness from us whenever she was reminded of him. I can't believe I lost sight of myself. I feel like I'm becoming an entirely different person. I'm so ashamed. I need to go apologize right away. She stepped out the door and tried to hit the open button. Erica reached out and closed fist and gently tapped on the door in front of her. Okay, she's still here. Right before she knocked again, Sarah opened the door. Oh, sorry. Erica quickly retracted her hand. Erica, did you need something? Feeling ill? No, that isn't why I'm here. Then what? She's being short with me. Guess she's in a bad mood again. We only have ourselves to blame, I suppose. I just wanted to apologize for Kota and my behaviors yesterday. It was inconsiderate of us to do those kinds of things while could just walk in. In fact, it was inappropriate regardless of the circumstances. It could have made anyone uncomfortable. Geez, when you put it like that, you make it sound so creepy. Huh? The doctor looked at the confused woman and chuckled. Never mind. Anyway, thank you for apologizing. Your consideration really does mean the world to me. It's all I have at the moment. That said, I really don't think it's either of our faults. The two of you should be able to have fun once in a while. The only one with a problem here is myself. Don't feel bad because of me, okay? You're both young. Enjoy your youths. But, end of story, got it? I don't want to raid on your parade. It was just a gut reaction. I'm sure over time it will stop happening. Well, all right. Ellipses. I do have a question for you, though. Erica's eyes filled with curiosity. Go on. Do you actually like Kota? As in have feelings for her? Of course I do. I wouldn't run around with her like that if I didn't. As long as you're sure. It isn't nice to play with others' hearts, you know. I understand that much, even with my inexperience. After a short pause, Erica spoke again. But the most important thing is to ensure that all three of us get along. We may even have to spend the rest of our lives together. Civility is an absolute requirement. I know where you're going with that. No need to finish it. Actually, I'd rather you didn't. But in the end, I will respect your decision. After all, it is your life. I'm sure you've been playing to others' tunes for a long time. You should do what you want and make yourself the happiest for once. Ah, Sarah, you need to come to terms with that on your own, of course, I suppose. So good luck with that. Well, rest assured, I will stay out of your guys' hair. Still, I hope you won't exclude me from everything. I don't want to be alone all the time either. It may be selfish of me to say, but please, do me that much. Absolutely, you're important to me too, after all. A rumble from Erica's stomach instantly ruined the mood. I think I'll go to the cafeteria now. Care to join me? Nah, I'm going back to sleep a bit. Actually, have a good rest. That's gotta be hard. Sarah's alone all the time. These two are dating, so she's legit the third wheel in a giant spaceship. Erica stared intently at Kotoha. Like, what's wrong? Is there something on my face? Is it an alien? Am I gonna die? No, nothing like that. I was just thinking about something. Oh, like what? Like, is my face ugly? Oh, on the contrary. I think your face is adorable. The young woman blushed and dismissed the compliment with a quick wave of her hand. You're making me blush. So, like, what are you really thinking about? I'm nervous. I feel like I'm gonna hurl. Gah. I can't help but wonder about it, though. Sarah really made me think. Do you like me? Are you positive? Like, of course I do, silly. What made you think otherwise? I'm crazy about you. Nothing, actually. I was just feeling self-conscious. Like, really? That's pretty unlike you. It's kind of embarrassing, but I think you were cute from the moments I saw you. Honestly, think your looks could charm anyone. And after I got to know you as a person, I was smitten. You're basically the ideal person, loyal, caring, grateful, and talented. How could I not fall in love? Especially in this kind of situation. You became my pillar. You're the only one who has ever supported me, if not the first. I really don't know what to say. I don't think all of those things apply to me. Thank you for reassuring me, though. I felt juvenile saying it, but I still couldn't stop myself. Like, hey, don't feel bad for feeling a certain way. It's better that you let it out than to let it fester. And I don't mind reassuring you ever about anything. I really do love you, so I like saying it. And I'm telling you a million times over if you ask me to. I'm so glad we met, Kotaha. I'd be lost without you. Kotaha demonstrated a solid jump of happiness. I feel so happy like I could die. Please don't die. It would be sad. I agree with that. Don't die. Eep! Her legs grew weak and she nearly collapsed on the floor. Are you okay? I thought you were just joking. Like, I was, but your words are just too sweet. They sucked the life right out of me. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Like, no, keep going. What if you faint? I'll be happy because you you'll have to hold me in your arms. Oh my god. This is just so cute. The overwhelming cuteness is just I like it. It's great. Like Erica's cheeks reddened at the exact unexpected image in her mind. I really don't want you to risk your safety. Like, if you say so. They're both good people. There must be some way I can keep both of them happy. I have to try and find a best solution. We've got we've gotten through everything thus far anyhow. I wonder what they're gonna do right now. I bet Kota is playing video games again on the other hand. Sarah's probably just going to sleep too. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Why am I even curious? I better sleep it off. I'm too worried for my own good. Ugh, why am I so tired? How unlike myself. Oh, maybe a hot cup of coffee will wake me up. When she entered the dining area, Erica was greeted by the two other residents of the ship. Good morning, you two. I must admit that it was quite refreshing to see that the two of you arrived here before me for once. Like, really? I'd say it's more like you slept in. You're here later than usual, that's all. Kota and I have already ate too. Is that so? How I must have been a lot tireder than I thought. Perhaps I truly am coming down with something. I doubt it. If anything, you're probably just emotionally exhausted. I wasn't aware that it could affect one physically. Thank you, Sarah. Many mental problems can affect a person physically. Now that I think about it, you did get a fever from what I presume to be stress. Exactly. It wasn't simply limited to stress, though. As well, your mental condition can affect many different aspects of your life. Uh, it's of the utmost importance to mind your mental health on par with your physical health. Everyone should strike a balance. I see. They definitely did not teach me that back at the lab. I appreciate the lesson. You're welcome. Like, wow, it's good to know I've always been really into taking care of my own mental health. Are you serious? Like, you aren't just trying to say that locking yourself in your room and playing video games all day is healthy? Like, I mean, like it isn't? No, it isn't. Mental rest is are important, but shutting yourself off from the world can actually be detrimental. Hmm. Seriously? Or maybe we should just end the conversation here. I don't think you're gonna get anywhere worthwhile. When Erica was halfway down the hall, Kota flew out of the dining room doors and rushed to catch up with her. Like, wait! What's wrong, Kotoha? I don't want to smother you, but, like, would you mind spending the rest of the day with me? Is she feeling jealous again? I suppose it's alright as long as we don't upset Sarah again. I do really like being with Kotoha. Okay, under one condition. We cannot be affectionate anywhere Sarah could walk into. Like uh, a pained look took its place on the mechanic's face. Nonetheless, she took a deep breath and calmed herself down. Fair enough. As long as I get to be with you, that's like enough for me. Thank you for understanding. As Erica turned to leave, Kotoha reached out to stop her. Kotoha? Like, before you go, there's something I'd like to say. Is that okay? Of course, there's no need to ask. I promised that I would always hear you out. Like, thanks. The younger woman turned her back to her date and nervously shrugged. Well, look, I understand that it's hard to keep everyone happy in this situation. I love you. I'm honestly in love with you, Erica. I can't stand to see you with Sarah, much less when it feels like she's trying to get between us. But that's not her fault. She shouldn't have to suffer because of my own faults. So I was thinking, if it's something you're interested, I won't get mad, and I'm okay with it if that's what you choose to do. What do you mean? What are you getting at? Like, if you want to be Sarah's lover too, I'm okay with that. If it keeps us all happy, then maybe it is for the best. Like polygamy. Right, like polygamy. All I ask is I just, that you just, is that I get you just to myself like every once in a while. Like maybe one day on, one day off or something like that. D- does that like make sense? I get what you're saying. I'll have to think about it. I see merit in what you're saying, but it's so sudden. Hmm. How should I say polygamy? Ah, fuck. I'd much rather be with Kotaha or Sarah, like in a one-on-one. I'm not a big fan of the polygamy or polyamory or all these other endings. I'm more magnanimous. So I want to elicit a good reaction. Hmm. Is this why you wanted to be together today? Just the two of us? Like, yeah, exactly. A day where you were mine and mine alone before she could rub her hands all over you. I'm not sure that would ever happen, regardless. Like, I know. My mind's being, like, irrational. I see. Kota, I'm sorry to put you in such a position. If things had been a bit different, like, don't stress over it. Whatever decision you make, I'll respect it. So sleep on it at least, okay? Yes, that was my intention. The former captain turned and began to leave, but stopped a step short. Thank you for thinking of Sarah, too. I realized it must be painful for you to disregard your own feelings. Ellipses. Kota turned her to face the wall, hiding her face from her former captain. Like, honestly, I would do anything for you. I just consider it something like that. So don't even worry about me, like, alright? I will do my best. Damn, this whole thing has become a total mess. Poor sweet Kotoha. I know she doesn't actually want me to be with Sarah too, but I simply cannot. I simply do not know what to do. Even the ESC couldn't help me with something like this. Matters of the heart. Definitely not something I'd ever thought I'd dabble in. Should I go with what I want most, or what would be best for everyone? After a long sigh, Erica let herself fall into her bed. Her eyes drifted shut with exhaustion. After a heavy sigh, Erica lightly slapped both of her cheeks and shook her head side to side. She forced herself out of bed and scrambled to pull on her outfit for the day. Even if it's for the best, I honestly do not believe I can bring myself to be with someone I don't love. It would be a farce, and in the end, I'm sure it would only hurt all of us. Yes, the only one I want to be with, can see myself with, is Kotaha. I see. So the top one is probably Kotoha. The bottom one's probably both. I see. Probably. But I want to be with Kotoha. I need to tell her how I feel straight away. This surely cannot wait. It was stupid for me not to reject the idea on the spot yesterday. Did I get a head injury at some point without really realizing it? I'm so ashamed. With her legs weakened from her nerves, the brunette the brunette. Could what? Why? Stopped in front of her soon-to-be lover's door. She nervously reached out to tap the steel. Empty sound of her flesh against the metal somehow reminded Erica of herself. A small smile crept upon her lips. When Kotaha stepped into the hallway with her, however, that tiny smile ceased to be empty and turned into a joyous grin. Hey, good morning, Erica. What's up? Good morning, Kotaha. Can we talk? You don't even need to ask. You can come in while I'm sleeping for all I care. Come on in. Don't give me any ideas. The young woman intently stared at Erica. So, what's going on? Need my help with something? It's the topic we discussed yesterday. After thinking on it, the raven-hair woman, pressed an index finger against the brunette's lips. Erica quickly recoiled in surprise and embarrassment, causing Kotaha to giggle. Still, Kotaha's face quickly drooped as she began to speak. It's okay. I don't blame you for wanting to see Sarah too. She's gorgeous, tall, and older than me after all. And I bet she's a lot more talented with her. No, please hear me out. Kotaha, don't put yourself down like that. You're amazing. Okay? There's clearly been some sort of misunderstanding. I don't want to be with Sarah. I only want to be with you, Kotoha. I need to. I don't need or want anyone but you. Wait, seriously? Is this another one of your bad jokes? Never. Besides, I've already learned my lesson. I'll never tell a joke again, I promise. Jokes kill people! When I woke up this morning, I realized it was stupid of me to even say that I would think it over. The choice was so obvious from the beginning. I have no excuse for not speaking up at the time. I'm sure so much as telling that I'd sleep on it hurts you, and I can never make up for that. But still, I hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. Ellipses. I'm so happy to hear that, but I think it would be best if you saw Sarah. I'm sure you're the only saying that to comfort me. Sarah has a lot of things that I don't, so I'm sure you like her too. Her and I were like polar opposites. Kota, I'm serious. I don't feel anything towards Sarah. We're strictly friends, and that's all we'll ever be. I don't want to be with her. I want to be with you. Are you sure? There you go. Thank you. I was sure you wouldn't pick me. I was so happy I was wrong. I sort of figured, but that's just silly. You've been there for me since the start, even despite the fact that I couldn't tell you the truth for the longest time. You gave me the benefit of the doubt. If you weren't there, I'm sure I would have cracked under the pressure. And you introduced me to a lot of new things, things I would have never experienced if I hadn't met you. Besides, I think you're more beautiful than Sarah. You mean all that? You think I'm prettier than Sarah? I would never lie unless our lives were at stake. That was a good joke, actually. It wasn't a joke, though. Well, never mind. Oh my god! Yay! The younger woman pressed her lips against her lover's. Erica's cheeks burned bright red with a mixture of embarrassment, surprise, and excitement. My first kiss. I love you. I love you so much, Erica. You're the only woman for me. I love you too, Konoha. Even if it sounds stupid and like it barely makes sense, thank you for choosing me. There was never a choice to make. Stop it. You're gonna make me cry. Oh, fancy meeting you here, Sarah. Hello, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Wait, who's who? To be obvious by the names. I don't get it. Let's go. You'll argue for hours if you don't. Kota disappointedly nodded her head. Mind if we join you, Sarah? Go ahead. I don't start making out, and don't start making out in front of me, okay? Who said we were gonna? Well, you two do look awfully smitten. Yes, true we are. Speaking of which, I'm sorry to spring this on you so suddenly, but Kota and I have decided to be together. Officially, that is. You make it sound way too serious. Yeah, I've gotta, like, agree with her. Come on, guys. Anyway, we'll get to spend a lot more time together from now on. Still, we won't forget about you either, Sarah. If you're ever feeling neglected, make sure you come tell us and we can remedy it. Do you think I'm a kid or something? I'm not gonna bottle up my feelings for the sake of your relationship. Of course I'll tell you. Like, good. Sarah gave both women a serious look. Like, by the way, oh, shit. Are we picking up that RPG again tonight? I'm starting to miss my cleric. Like, sure thing. Yes, I'll try not to make to fall to any or ogres this time. The end. Well, that's that. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Unlike Doki Doki, I don't think this one warrants a replay. I'm sure other people have played with other endings if you're interested in that kind of thing, but I just wanted to play through this game have yet to play through, and I don't know. It should be interesting to see what happens going forward. I will most likely continue to play with these visual novels and dating sims. This one was pretty cute, very cute. Um, Blossoms bloom brightest. Um, Also, if you're interested in finding other endings, I'd highly recommend. I mean, it's on the Steam store, so it's completely 100% free. I've only, I believe, bought one dating sim slash visual novel that's there, and I believe, um, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll play it or not on here. I have beaten it already, so we'll see. I was thinking of potentially buying some other ones, but let me know in the comment section what you thought of this series, whether you liked it, whether you didn't, things that you want me to change. I do believe I could have been a little bit more aggressive with my commentary, but I do like the story of these type of games, so it was incredibly cute. And well, we'll see you next time. Make sure you go check out my other stuff on my channel. And yeah, I'll see you later then.